Just got into Kansas camp here. Took the drive from Wisconsin, had a really big buck show up on camera the last 2 nights. So ripped down here, we got the perfect wind, perfect setup. Wait until you see not only the buck that we're hunting, but also what we have to do to get back to hunt this buck. Pretty impressive buck in some of the most remote country in the Midwest. He's literally in the middle of nowhere. So we're gonna head back there, we're gonna hunt this buck. There's a couple other good bucks in the area. Pretty much all of them, even the mature ones, are off limits tonight. Got a real big heavy 9-pointer that's gonna tempt us. He's been pretty consistent, looks good, thick baseball bat type bases. But really tonight's about 1 buck and 1 buck only, and that's a big 7x8. I think he's got like 20 scoreable points. He's that big of a buck, that special of a buck. So just being able to hunt a buck of that caliber is gonna be special tonight, but I'm riding fresh off the high from our Wisconsin kill. We're down in Kansas. End of September, it's also muzzleloader season here, but we're gonna be hunting with a bow. So we got our orange packed for tonight. So orange vest, orange hat, hunting with a bow during Kansas muzzleloader season, chasing a giant. All right, love the grind here. It's March. We're down here in Kansas and it's frost seeding time. And we've been frost seeding plots on our farms for a couple of years now. And what we found is there's 2 really important factors to determining how effective your application will be: timing and seed to soil contact. For us, we're down here in Kansas now, and at nighttime we're getting freezing temperatures, and during the day it's getting up into the low to mid 40s, and that constant freeze thaw is what helps push that seed into the ground, and it can be a really effective time to do it. And the most effective places to do frost seeding is the previous year's brassica or green plots. And the deer come in those plots, they eat them up in the fall, and then you come in here in the spring and there's a lot of dirt exposed. So when you frost seed, that seed to soil contact is going to be much more effective than if you come into a plot that doesn't have good seed to soil contact. We also recommend that when you're frost seeding in the spring, you want to apply twice the amount of seed for the area that you're trying to cover. So for example, this is a half-acre plot tucked back here, and we're going to apply an acre's worth of green seeds. And if you can dial in those 2 things, you can have an effective, inexpensive plot yourself, and you'll see results.
Kyle Lorson from Homegrown Outfitters out here in Kansas. Middle of March, deer dropped their antlers. We're refreshing up some mineral sites using the recharge bag from Domain. We like to add in a protein block along with it. At this time of year, deer have dropped their antlers and have already began growing the next year's antler. We're hoping to supplement them with enough protein and mineral source to keep them healthy and grow the best rack that they can. We're gonna do this now in the early spring, and then we will do it again probably at the end of the summer and fall time, just to make sure they have it throughout the whole year.
We just got wrapped up hanging a killer new River's Edge double set down here in Kansas on a farm that we had never set foot on till today. So we utilized the remote capabilities within our onX app. We took a look at the app, we saw all the draws and all of the pinch points meeting in this one central spot. We've got swamp to our north, we've got CRP to our east, we've got ag on both sides of this draw. Everything comes together right here. So we combined those remote capabilities with just a general understanding of how the deer travel in this area, as well as how we're gonna access this area and come in here and hunt it. So all of those things combined led us to this spot that we had never been in. We came in here with a stand, we were able to pinpoint the right tree, and we got ourselves a classic Kansas rut spot that we're absolutely gonna capitalize on this fall. awesome. Oh my gosh. Giant down.
When it comes to your property, there are no shortcuts. Love the Grind Consulting takes a full 4-season approach and maximizes the hunting opportunities and overall market value of your property. Unprecedented, proven designs, and relentless commitment to deliver unmatched results. Properties big and small. Results speak for themselves.
All right, it's September 26th now. We're back down in Kansas, and I'm gonna shoot you guys straight. We're gonna be hunting 2 Magnum absolute giant bucks. So last night, both of those bucks daylighted. Not gonna tell you how big those deer are right now, but what I will tell you is my biggest deer to date is 187 inches. And I think both those deer blow them out of the water. So exciting times. I can't believe I'm gonna be hunting 2 separate deer of that caliber in the same state with realistic opportunities to harvest them. So exciting times ahead, and see what happens tonight on night 1 of our 2 giant tour here. So let's go.
He's a lot bigger than I thought. He is a dagger. It's a stud. Careful. Oh, this is dirty footage. Oh, yeah. That footage is so sad. Careful, I'm not moving.
All right, that's a wrap for our first sit in Kansas for the year. We had one heck of a sit. That was fun. Probably saw 7 or 8 does. Saw a really, really good buck, mature, heavy pop cam base. Definitely a mature buck, a buck that probably 90 to 95% of hunters would love to put their tag on, but we were hunting a pretty special deer tonight, so we had to let him walk. So we'll probably get after it again tomorrow night. Same wind tomorrow night, and hoping maybe he slips up tomorrow night. So pressure is rising a little bit over the course of the next few days. So maybe that's what we need to get him up on his feet and get him in front of us while we're in the stand. So maybe tomorrow night's the night. All right, night number 2 after the Kansas Mega Giant. Where we're going to be set up tonight is the same spot we had that encounter with that big, heavy 5.5-year-old 9-pointer, but we got to be really, really careful getting in. That buck was on his feet on trail camera this morning all the way up until 8 a.m., which if you know anything about early season hunting and 6.5-year-old deer, that's super rare. So we know he's bedded super close. We're going to tiptoe in, sneak up into the blind, and should be set up for a pretty good hunt tonight. We know he's close. He just needs to cooperate and come our way, and we feel pretty good. So let's go get back there. All right, well, that's our second Kansas sit in the books. Had a pretty good sit, saw a couple good bucks, saw that heavy mature 9-pointer again. Didn't end up seeing the deer we were hunting tonight. Did hear a muzzleloader shot right at last light, pretty close to where your target buck's been hanging out. You can't help but wonder and probably lose some sleep. So if he shows back up on camera, we'll go back in there. If he doesn't, we'll wait. Our number one buck, that 200+ inch buck that we had initially been hunting, he broke off half his rack. Got his butt beat by a buck that we actually passed up while we were hunting him. So had to shift gears a little bit, change up the deer that we're targeting. Luckily, this buck that we've had on our radar all year long showed back up, and we know he's bedded close because he was on camera this morning. So we're gonna sneak into our River's Edge lockdown ladder stand up along a ditch down there that he's been using. So we're gonna go get set up and get ready for our sit tonight. November 10th here, we're down in Kansas. We're gonna be here all week, so stay tuned. By the looks of it, the action's just picking up here, so it could happen anytime. That's a 300-pound deer right there. Passing Saskatchewan deer in Kansas.
This is the new world of custom guns. If you can see it, you can kill it.
Study your ground, design a plan, plant your food, green, grain, check. Deploy your cameras. Found him, he's a giant. Hang your stands. North wind, south wind, west wind. One over here too. Lock it down. Shoot your bow, dial. Time to strike. Serious bow hunters rely on River's Edge, designed for the year-long grind.
Cuddy Link by Cuddy Back. One cell plan, 23 cameras, $10 per month. Scout big, spend small, save big bucks. Works everywhere, even in LTE dead zones. Cuddy Link by Cuddy Back.
November 12th here, and plan is we're gonna sit all day here, put in the time. We think that deer are definitely active right now, and hopefully see if it comes together here. I don't know if I'll shoot him, but I know the deer can sit down. Hey, so you're telling me that deer is right there? That's that deer? Yeah, he's gonna die if he comes in. He's by himself, definitely not a tank. Could be 130, could be 200, I don't know, I just saw the tines, you know what I mean? Right to left, and he looked like he was cruising by himself. I'd rattle, but I don't know what I'm rattling at, you know? And I feel like there's enough natural movement going around us that I'm probably just let it be the only thing. He could circle us and come right along this tree line, you know what I mean? Meh.
Smoked him. I think we just shot the giant. Yeah, buddy. Dude, he is way more massive and thick than I thought, isn't he? Dude, Kyle, we just met this morning and we did it. We just became best friends. I think I hit him a little high, but I think I smoked him, right?
We actually went to our buddy's work, which is actually the local high school. He's the strength and conditioning coach. Put the shot up on the big screen, same big screen that he watches football tape on. Took a look at the shot, definitely feel more optimistic than we initially did. It looks like that arrow comes in right above that shoulder blade and gets down into the lungs. So we feel a lot more optimistic than we did 5.5 hours ago. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna sneak in to where we shot the deer, but we're gonna be really quiet, use the wind to our advantage, take it slow and see if we can't find our Kansas buck. What am I looking up at? You're kidding me. Let's go. Give me some. Let's go. Holy cow. Dude, that's a big buck. And that's a good shot too. Look at this thing. Man, that was a good shot. What are we worried about? Look at that. I don't know where he hit all this blood from, but I definitely smoked him. Look at this, guys. You ready to see this at the same time as me? Look at that, he's stiff. Look at that. Oh, you seeing this? Yeah. He is big. That's a big buck, dude. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got a kicker, make it 11. Look at this. Look at this cool crab right here. Look at that, man. What a buck. Give me some, buddy. Hell yeah, baby. That is a big framed Kansas giant. Man, oh man. Look at that. Hell yeah, he's got some mass. He's got frame, he's got beams. Man, let's go. We own, manage, and design farms all across the country, and our success is dependent on the tools that we use in the field.